Every year, there's an opportunity to capitalize on in the world of e-commerce. And in this video, I want to share with you a very interesting trend happening right now that I think will play out tremendously well for anybody in this brand category. This is a category that I've been looking to invest into for a while now, but haven't really had the opportunity to yet. But I want to share this with you in the hopes that it'll give you a lot of inspiration. And it's also just pretty interesting right now. So as you see, I got a lot of products pulled up here, and they're all basically the same product. And the market trend that I'm talking about here is the pickleball apparel market. But within this trend, there is a trend that is pretty interesting. It's the pickleball dress category. Now, for the apparel market, as you see, for pickleball, it's estimated to reach $2 billion by 2034. These are all pretty BS estimates. Ultimately, we don't really know how big or how small it is. I would guess it's probably much bigger than that actually, because pickleball has been continuously rising, and also just in general, the apparel market for pickleball is actually a lot broader than just pickleball. So it's kind of an interesting trend estimate there. But as you see, the volume on the search trend of pickleball dress is absolutely popping off. And you can see this continuously rising. And we can see that, this is forecasted to just continue growing pretty much consistently, right? This is a very, very good trend. Now, the first interesting thing here that I want to share with you is all the different brands that are ranking for this keyword, right? The pickleball dress keyword on Google. You can see every single brand here is ranking for this, and this is all kinds of brands. This is what's super interesting, is that even small brands can have a really big edge on competitors when they capitalize on the right trend. And let me show you what I mean, right? So you see brands here like Lululemon. Lululemon is massive, right? They're like a multi-billion-dollar company. And as you see, they are ranking for this keyword, even though this specific dress is not really aimed at pickleball, but they are ranking for that keyword, like I mentioned. So that's what I love about this niche actually, is that you can really expand into a variety of different apparel trends for athleisure, or not athleisure, but just athletic wear, right? So with these new sports that come out and these new fashion trends, you can kind of meld them together and just create more momentum. And that's what Lululemon here should be doing, right? I mean, that is what they're doing. They're trending on this specific product. And as you see, they are ranking for this keyword. But you got this store right here, Keo & Co., that is much smaller, right? But they're just actually getting more specific, and they're calling this a tennis active dress with shorts. And as you see, they are actually running ads for this particular keyword. So that's pretty interesting. And you see their traffic is pretty small, 1.2K monthly visitors. But then you got brands like Halara here, which is one of the top TikTok shop brands. They got 5 million monthly visitors. Let's actually look at Lululemon here just out of curiosity. 23 million monthly visitors. So you're kind of seeing the different levels. And as you see, there's even more, right? Gold Hinge, I've never really heard of this store, but they're getting 34,000 monthly visitors. So this one is also continuously rising, and they're all capitalizing on the same trend. And you may think, oh, well, that just makes it too competitive. But believe it or not, we have, for example, clients that we've ran things for, or even some of our own stores that we've incubated, where we operate in very, very competitive markets. But actually, because of that, the market is so big and brand or product aware that sometimes it makes it easier to come out with just original marketing ideas, which cuts through the noise and can allow you to scale really, really fast. Here's another one, right? This one is PopFlex, and they're getting 2.3 million monthly visitors. They call this one the Tiebreaker Super Dress. I like that. So that really makes it more catered towards this pickleball tennis kind of vibe. Now, what I really want to point out here that I love about this is that the cool thing about this niche, in my opinion, is that you really don't need to sell the thing too hard, right? I think the product images do the best job at selling this, and AI can make product images pretty similar to these pretty easily, actually. So what I love is that with AI now, you could theoretically launch a brand like this pretty quickly, and you can keep the descriptions really simple. What do we see all these have in common is that their descriptions are literally so minimal. They're not really saying too much about the product besides having reviews. And this spans across this whole niche, right? You can see all of these stores are doing that same exact thing, which is quite interesting if you ask me. Now, Halara is my favorite one of these. The reason why is because I've been following this store for a while. If you've seen my channel, you've probably heard me talking about them, but these guys have just really taken over the game when it comes to TikTok Shop, and they've really been able to turn all of that momentum on TikTok Shop into a powerhouse of traffic for their Shopify store. This is another interesting thing that they do, is that their More to Love section here on Shopify, it's like an infinity scroll section. So they have a ridiculous amount of products. Like they have a crazy catalog, and I believe for a lot of this catalog, actually, they don't just have stock for their whole catalog. As you see, their shipping times are pretty slow, relatively speaking. These are what you would consider drop shipping times. And I almost want to stop using the word drop shipping. I'm not gonna stop using it, but I just feel like it gets such a bad connotation, because really what it is, it's just a manufacturer centralized supply chain. I mean, that sounds like a more complicated way to say it, but that really is what it is, right? Like, let's say you ship your product from China, that's technically drop shipping, but that doesn't mean you have a drop shipping brand, right? Like, you could still have an extremely branded experience, but you can benefit off of the fact that your cash flow can be better. You don't need to hold a ton of inventory. You can keep things very lean and ship things worldwide, which is one of the coolest things about shipping from China. Now, this is even more appealing right now in times of uncertainty with tariffs and things of that nature. Having a centralized supply chain in China allows you to ship worldwide, and you can literally target every single market in the world, which is actually extremely beneficial. Some of our favorite clients that we consult with or run ads for are clients that can ship worldwide, and you can see some of the biggest stores here like Halara are doing the same thing. But ultimately, I just wanted to share this trend with you. I think this is such a brilliant trend to capitalize on, especially right now, right? It's April, we're going into the summer. This product category is absolutely going to explode, and I definitely think there's huge margins to be had here too. I mean, Lululemon charges $148 for this. Gold Hinge charges $86. These guys are charging $94. So you can easily charge, $50, $60, $70 for a dress like this. And, the cost of goods is likely going to be something like $10, I would guess. It's a very, very light product. So even if you have a centralized supply chain in China and you ship directly from China, it's going to be relatively cheap because it's a very light product. So the cash flow could be very big for a product like this. Of course, if you are holding inventory, the biggest downside would be having to stock all those different sizes. But again, you can work your way around that. So hopefully this gets your brain thinking. My brain's definitely thinking after watching this, and I hope that you got some value from this. I feel like I got value myself just from going through this and talking through it with you guys. And if you don't know what this platform is right here, well, this is our new Shopify accelerator platform. It's called ShopiLab.ai. And as you see here, it's our complete Shopify ecosystem. So one seamless ecosystem for tools, themes, apps, courses, and expert guidance. I can confidently say this is the best product in the Shopify e-commerce space out there. I know you guys have dealt with courses and things of that nature a lot in the past, but this is next level, and I'm super excited to finally release it on Wednesday. So far, we did release a beta access for our Discord members only, and people have been loving it, and I'm super excited to see all the success stories that come out of this and just the network effect that we're going to be able to have. I'm a huge believer in Shopify. Actually, Shopify just leaked an email from the CEO, Toby Lutke, where he's talking a lot about AI. I actually want to go over that document with you guys in a separate video because it's super interesting, but it just gave me a lot more confidence and conviction in the Shopify mission. And ultimately, yeah, Shopify's changed my life. And with AI and all this data available to us, I'm just very optimistic about the future. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.